What is up, everybody? Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers continue to own the Chicago Bears.
It's Green Bay when that pack come. Watch when it touchdown. Intercept your bag and you ain't like that. I think you need to sit down. It's Green Bay when that pack come. No rats, we stacking cheese. It's Green Bay when that pack come. I got a plug like Poe and that's on me. It's Green Bay when that pack come. Watch when it touchdown. I intercept your bag and you ain't like that. I think you need to sit down.
What is up? What is up, everybody? The Green Bay Packers defeated the Chicago Bears 24-14 in just a glorious game. A lot of people talk about the Packer-Bear rivalry is dead because the Packers win so much, but like obviously it's not. Obviously, this Packer-Bear rivalry is still going strong because, first of all, the amount of butthurt that is coming out of Chicago Bears fans' faces is just hysterical to me. You know, obviously, Aaron Rodgers, everyone heard Aaron Rodgers scored a touchdown, says he got the double bird, and which is confirmed. Like, there's pictures of everyone is flipping off Aaron Rodgers in the stands as he ran in for that touchdown. Everyone was flipping him off. Now, you got Bear fans that they're all up in their feelings about this. I even see people saying, like, it was racist to say he owns them, this and that. Like, all the people flipping him off, most people that I saw, like, they're all white. Like, that whole thing, I'm even going to talk about that because it's so stupid. It's butthurt Bear fans just grasping at something. They are so butthurt. They are so in their feelings. They're so sad. And I get it. This dude destroys your team, like, every time. Like, he's 22, 23, and 5, I think, against the Bears. I forget the record because I heard so different. But anyways, he's like 22, I think, and 5 against the Bears. And like at their house, he's like 10 or 11 and something, whatever. Dude, he embarrasses the Bears. He makes them sad. I get it because like the Packers have like those losses in the past, like whether it be the Seahawks, the Niners back when Kaepernick ran for like 3,000 yards in one game. You got last year the Buccaneers. Those types of losses. Imagine the same team doing that to you forever, like forever. I would be inside. I'd feel some type of way too. So Bears fans, they're grasping at everything. They're whining. Like the real Bear fans, like I know some good Bear fans, and they're just like, yeah, this dude's awesome. He destroys us. And like, what do you do? Like, it sucks. They can't wait for him to retire. But, like the people who are just like grasping, like saying, oh, it's this and that, and oh, it's unsportsmanlike, and oh, what? I see people saying like, oh, it's selfish because he says I own you, and the Packers win as a team. Like, dude, it was in the spur of the moment. So everyone's flipping him off. He goes on a little thing, says, I own you. And that's what everyone's been saying. Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. Brett Favre owned the Bears. Like, the Packers have owned the Bears since the early 90s. The Bears are not even barely competition. Like, every now and again, they get kind of good. They might win one here or there. The Bears are trash. If you want to be mad at someone, Chicago, look at your coaches. Look who's running your team. Like, your team is trash. You had Mitch Trubisky. Everyone thought he was the greatest thing. He was going to do this. He was going to do that. What happened? They ran him out of town. He sucked. No, it was the coaches. Now you got Justin Fields, and you guys are probably going to do the same thing to him. I actually like Justin Fields. He's like a good kid. Like everyone, people say it to me like, you said this about Justin Fields. Like, no, I didn't. Like, you don't listen to anything I say if you're saying that I've ever trashed Justin Fields because I have no reason to. Like, even when Jay Cutler was doing, I mean, I trashed Jay Cutler a little bit, but it was mostly about just making fun of him because he throws so many interceptions. Like, I don't attack players. That's not what I do. I attack your whole franchise. I don't like zeroed in on like certain players and trash players. Your whole franchise is a joke. Now they're moving. I heard that Aaron Rodgers was evicting him from Soldier Field because obviously he owns that thing. Aaron Rodgers owns Soldier Field. Gave the Bears the boot. Said, you guys got to go. This is my house. I'm going to be retiring in the next however many years, and I want a place. That's going to be my vacation home. It's mine. But let's look at this. Aaron Rodgers, not that long ago, everyone's saying he doesn't care. He doesn't care. The Aaron Rodgers haters, even within the Packer community, is so wild to me. Like they're always going to try to find something, a reason. How can we tear this dude down? How can we talk trash about him? Skip Bayless, I have him muted on Twitter. I don't really see anything, but people screenshot and send to me sometimes. He was trying like, oh, he barely outplayed a rookie quarterback and he didn't get 200 yards and this and that. Like, yo, he won the game. He had the game winning run, and he's like, oh, he ran slower than Tom Brady. Like, dude, he got in the end zone. So if you're saying Aaron Rodgers played so bad, but he still won, what does that say about the Chicago Bears? In their house, Aaron Rodgers played so poorly, but he still won. Why'd he still win? Because the whole thing, like Aaron Rodgers back in the day would throw like 400 yards, and they lose because the defense was struggling. This is like, 2000 whatever, 15, whatever year you want to say, when the Packers defense had all those struggles. And they'd lose in the playoffs. And they'd be like, oh, Aaron Rodgers can't win the big one. He hasn't done it since Super Bowl 45. But he would have like 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, but the defense, would give it up. They'd lose in overtime or whatever. And they'd still blame him. But now, defense is doing their thing. So now you can win a 24-14 game. Because if you win at a division rival, 24-14, yes, you have a good defense. Your defense is doing their job. That's what a team does. That's how teams win Super Bowls. The Bucs didn't win a Super Bowl last year because Tom Brady was so Tom-terrific crazy. They won because they had a great defense. He threw, 3 interceptions in the NFC Championship game at Lambeau Field, but he still won the game because that Bucs defense was legit, and Aaron Rodgers and that offense got the ball in a few situations, couldn't get it done because that defense was great. It was fantastic. That's why they won a Super Bowl. So that's what it takes. A complete team wins games. Like everyone would just loves to do. Doesn't matter what Aaron Rodgers does. I cannot wait to hear what he has to say on Pat McAfee show tomorrow. That is going to be awesome. Pat McAfee, Aaron Rodgers Tuesdays. But yeah, dude, that's just what it is. Everyone was saying Aaron Rodgers doesn't care. Remember, like week 1, oh, he's out there. He's just there to get paid. He doesn't care anymore. And then he starts to show some emotion and starts to show some excitement. And people are like, oh, all right, now he's just being arrogant. He's cocky. He's this and that. Like, dude, you cannot win over these people. You cannot win over these people. I love it. I love it. I want more athletes to do that. Have fun. Dude, if I was at a Packer game and Brady, playing the Bucs, and Brady yelled at me and said he owned us, I would laugh. I'd be like, all right, you got me on that one. But hopefully that wouldn't happen. But I wouldn't care if a player yelled at. He just scored a touchdown. He's celebrating. Like, hey, say what you want to say. You know what I mean? Like all these fans are flipping them off, and that's what happens at a lot of games. I'm sure a lot of quarterbacks have been flipped off before. It's not like a new thing. But Rodgers decided that day he was feeling it. He was doing the belt. He just had a awesome touchdown run that like sealed the game up. Like it was a beautiful thing. So like I love it. I love players showing emotion. I love like back in the day when all the players were doing those celebrations. To back in the day and Ocho Cinco, they're doing all the crazy stuff, and people are like, "Oh my God, just act like you've been there before." No, entertain me. I'm a fan. I watch football for entertainment. I don't want you to get a touchdown and then put your head down and just walk to the sideline like you just did nothing. All right, I want you to yell at the fans. I mean, within reason. I'm not saying the players should go out to the fans and start cussing them out every time they score a touchdown, but like in this situation, I think it was necessary. And Aaron Rodgers is just repeating what everyone is saying. Everyone has been saying that Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. And it's not just Aaron Rodgers. Like I say, Brett Favre before him, Packers as a whole. Like when the Bears hired a coach, I think they hired Lovie Smith, that was what they said. Beat the Packers. They're not talking about winning championships. They're talking about beat the Packers. I think other players have went over to Chicago, and they said the same thing. Like that's what they talk about. Beating the Packers. They're not talking about winning championships. They're talking about beating the Packers. And that is how you know that you own a franchise as a team, that they're hiring people. And when they walk in the door the first day, they're like, yeah, what's the goals here? Oh, we're going to win a Super Bowl. No, they're like, beat the Packers. We'll figure out the rest after that. So yes, the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers own the Chicago Bears. And it's a glorious thing, people. It's a glorious thing. The Packers are 5-1 with all the injuries that they have, are still 5-1. How good this team is, like people don't even know yet. Like this is a really good football team. David Bakhtiari hasn't even touched the field yet. they're saying he's going to practice this week. Matt LaFleur said that today. So that doesn't mean that he will play this week. It means that he's going to practice, and it'll probably take him a minute to get back into it, get back into the jive. I don't know how much like working out he can do like when with his injury. So he'll be back on the practice field this week, which is amazing. That's awesome. Once we start getting all these guys back, like Jair, we'll see what happens with him. A lot of these guys, they start coming back end of the season, man. The Packs can go on a run. That's who win the Super Bowl. The teams who go on runs. It's not the best team that wins the Super Bowl. The team that gets hot at the end. They're healthy. They're aggressive. They're winning games at the end. They're all jacked up. Like the Bears right now are starting off. I believe that they're 5-1 as well. And not Bears, Cowboys. The Cowboys are 5-1. And I got Cowboys fans coming at me. They're like, "Oh, we're the real deal this year." I'm like, just calm down, dude. We've seen this. I've watched this movie before. Cowboys come out swinging. They're doing their thing. And then they just fall off and they maybe make the playoffs. And they will because they're in a trash division. Not that I should talk. The Packers are also in a trash division. Viking fans, dude. Viking fans are hilarious. Like they won a game. Viking fans. Like I cannot take the Vikings serious at all, and I will not take the Vikings serious because they're trash. I don't even know what the record is now. I believe that they're still in third place. Might be tied with the Bears now. I'm not exactly sure. But the Vikings, they ended up winning that game on Sunday. But when I saw them miss that field goal, it was just so funny to me. Like the Vikings cannot get a good kicker to save their lives. They had to go to overtime. There was a lot happening. I didn't see the whole thing. I was doing my own thing. I was streaming and stuff. But the Vikings are a trash organization as well. We own them as well. So the Packers have a lot of ownership. The fans own the Packers, but the Packers own the NFC North. That is what I'm talking about right here. And tomorrow on Tuesday, it is Monday right now. On Tuesday, I will be joining Cheesehead TV. Carry the G with AJ Dillon. They have a great show with AJ Dillon every single week. They have like guest people panel. I don't know how you would call it, but they have guest people come on, ask a question. AJ Dillon talks, and people kind of just. It's a great show. They do a great job in it, and I'm excited that they asked me to jump on there with them. So I will be. It's at 6:00 p.m. Central Time. It starts. I will be on the AJ Dillon show with Corey Benke, Aaron Nagler, the whole Cheesehead TV crew. It's a fantastic thing that they do. But yes, the Packers are 5-1. The Green Bay Packers do in fact own the Chicago Bears, and I don't want to hear no crying about it. All right, Bear fans, calm down. All right, this is what it is. You would think you'd be used to it by now. Shout out to Quick Trade sponsoring the show. This is going to be a short and sweet one. Bears still suck, people. Bears still suck. I've been saying it for years. Bears suck. And you think that they'd be used to it, man. They're all surprised. I thought you guys knew. I thought they knew. How did they not know? Anyways, go Pack, go, people. Thanks for tuning in.
It's Green Bay when that pack come. Watch when the touchdown. Intercept your bag and you ain't like that. I think you need to sit down. It's Green Bay when that pack come. No rats, we stacking cheese. It's Green Bay when that pack come. I got a